Hey people, what's up, world? It is Sunday, November 26th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him all things is possible. This No Depth Zone episode is sponsored by Match Bout. Follow Match Bout Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Match Bout, the best sponsorship in the land. What's up, folks? Oh man, I had to make my famous tea, which got me a little late. Just a couple minutes late. Just a couple minutes late. It's all good though. Um, hey, we had a great we had a great night last night in boxing. Um, great pay-per-view card. I enjoyed it, even though I was in and out, in and out. And thank God, you could record fights. I had to record fights, but I was in and out. I enjoyed last night. Last night was kind of a shocker, but then it wasn't a shocker. Um, but didn't see it ending the way that it did. Um, Shout outs to Boo Boo Andrade. Shout outs to David Benavidez. We got one of the fights that we wanted to see for this year. We have been talking about this fight from way back, and it finally happened. Shout outs to both of them. We also got Jamal Charlo, who made his return. It's Jose Benavidez. Um, Shouts to both of them. Uh, Jamal surprised me last night. For somebody who was going 2 years, you wouldn't expect him to, even though some people probably would have said he could look better. He looked all right. Now I'm sure um, when he gets back into training more, and probably next year we'll see him again. Hopefully it's before the summer. He can come back maybe February, March, and give us something. Um, he looked good. He looked damn good. And his the uppercuts, everything was just crazy. It was crazy in there. And Jose, did what he could do. Um, Shout out to Jose. I didn't even know that was his third. He took his third loss. I didn't even know that. I thought he had multiple losses. That was my fault. I never checked his record. So I believe his first one was against Crawford, second one against Danny, third one last night against Jamal Charlo. Those are three. I mean, hey, if you're going to lose, right? What three better people to lose to? What three better people to lose to? All those guys are future Hall of Famers. But shouts to both of them. Um, Now I seen, and I made a joke about the whole Boo Boo fight where I was like, yo, he's going to have to do a lot of grabbing and holding. Uh, oh boy, did he? Did he? Um, David is super strong. He's fast. And then the first round, first couple of punches he threw, he counted. He caught David a couple times and even looked like he was going to stun him a little bit. But it seemed like David was eating those. I don't know, maybe everybody else saw something different from what I saw. And then what was it, the fourth or fifth round when he got hit with that shot and he just didn't recover after that. Which I knew once he went down, I was like, this is not going to it's not going to go well. I mean, fighters can come back from getting knocked down. That doesn't mean because you get knocked down, the fight is completely over. We see fighters get knocked down 2 or 3 times and come back in the fight. Um, it's just that the punches that he was taking, I was like, okay, well, there's a chance he can come back from this. Let's not count him out yet. Then it got to a point where um, usually I'm the guy that goes, "Don't stop the fight, don't stop the fight." I think I was quicker last night to say, "Don't stop the fight," probably just as much as I was in the Crawford and Spence, because I looked at it when they took him when he went back to the corner and the referee, I forgot his name, when he says, I'm not gonna let you. You don't need to go back out there. Hell, I was over there with him, like, no, you don't need to go back out there. And when I saw Boo Boo's face, I'm like, Boo Boo's never really took any real punishment, and I didn't want to see it. It's not like I wanted to see him get beat down. I didn't want to see it. Even if it would have been David, I wouldn't have wanted to saw that, him get beat down like that. So I was glad the fight was stopped when it was stopped. But some of y'all, I know y'all gonna be upset about it. You're gonna complain. Um, some of you are gonna say, "Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen," and a lot of y'all are gonna say that was bullshit. Some people wanted the fight to go longer. Fortunately, it didn't happen that way. And when you got two guys who are undefeated and one is awkward, and then you got one who just comes straight at you. I told you this before that you're gonna find something to complain about. Um, I had no complaints. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna rewatch the fight again today. That's how interested I was in it. Um, Now we have to see what happens. Where does Benavidez go from here? They asked him at the press conference, but I watched the live press conference after the fight. Um, this is how I feel. Everybody else can say David Morrell. Y'all, every time y'all mention one David, y'all gotta mention that David. And it's like right now the two names ain't linked right now. Really not right now. And I think David Morrell actually has a fight coming up. He has a fight coming up December 16th, if I'm not mistaken. Um, right now, his name is it's not much right now. Um, Canelo, we know these type of games that Canelo like to play. When he wants to smoke, he's gonna run to it and not run from it. You know what I mean? So we gotta see how's it gonna go with him. What decisions will he make? We all don't ever like the decisions that Canelo make and the routes that he take. Whatever they let him do what he do. Okay. I'm hoping by Cinco de Mayo. I'm hoping by Cinco de Mayo we can get Benavidez and Canelo.
Yo, 1 2 1 2.
Yo,
What's good, brother?
Zeus, I done got my brother up here on the tube with me. What up, Zeus?
Man, what's up, man? Hey,
All right, Zeus. Zeus, talk to me. Talk
hey.
to me.
Last night I thoroughly enjoyed it, bro. Shout out Lamont Roach for getting in there and doing his thing against that
Oh my
Luis
God.
Garcia. That was a good one, man. That one was a good one.
I almost
Um,
forgot about that one. I almost forgot for a split second about that one. Oh man, I wanted to talk about the main event, but that Roach dude is built different.
bro, I think I'll say this: every fight I saw yesterday, all fighters came prepared to fight. I saw the Katie Taylor fight. That was the one I saw. I saw the whole fight card for the David Benavidez jump, but I was thoroughly impressed with the Katie Taylor fight. I think with respect to all the fights I saw, everybody showed up ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, your boy Charlo had a little bit of ring rust, but he still looked like, you know what I'm saying, hey, give me a little bit of time. I'm gonna get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? So much respect to
Yeah.
Charlo, much respect to Jose Benavidez. Like them Benavidez boys built different because they could take a punch. You would have thought Charlo had pillow hands last night, the way he was taking them punches, man.
Um, I think if he, I don't know, I can't say because it's not my business to say, even though I know their father, it's not my job to say if he had a full camp or not. I think if Charlo would have came in like Charlo, we know, you know what I'm saying? He'd have probably put Benavidez to sleep because it looked like at some point he was going to get him out of there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, Benavidez has a chin of steel and a heart of gold. They call it, man. Like that dude, he never backed down. He never swayed away from it. You know what I'm saying? I think he thought he could win it the whole time. And much
Hmm.
respect to him, man, for getting it in, bro. Like that was a good fight last night. I will
I've
say that
never,
was a
you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I've seen a lot of dudes with chins or dudes who think they had chins until they ran into some real punches. But that Jose, I don't know if he got concrete, metal, and steel in his jaw.
Yo, and it was, and he was, and the one thing he does need to work on, if you're his camp, when you watch the fight again, you say, look, bro, this whole time you wasn't moving your head at all. You was just allowing a guy who hadn't been in a ring in a long time to get his groove back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when you ain't played basketball in a minute and you at the Y and you playing with some guys and they just letting you get layups. They letting you get layups, and then all of a sudden you starting to get your mojo back. It's like that. That's how Charlo got his mojo back last night. He was able to successfully land, and you know Jose just wasn't moving out the way. You know what I'm saying? He had a little bit of
Let me
head
ask you
movement,
something.
but
Let me ask you something. Jose and David are both being trained by their father. I mean, do you think there's a difference in the training? Because it seems like David is good at what he does, and he moves his head and he controls the fight. But with Jose is just like Jose's like, yo, come on, like we could do whatever you want to do. I ain't got to move my head. You want to fight? Let's fight. You want to brawl? Let's brawl.
well, I think Jose, with respect to Jose, Jose doesn't mind getting hit, right? We've seen that throughout his career. Jose will get punched in the face and just keep on clicking. You know what I'm saying? I think David Benavidez is showing that he's so multifaceted on the offensive and defensive side. His skill set allows him to have that, so he's not going to get hit a lot. I mean, Boo Boo last night had like a mean little couple of combos, a couple of flurries here and
Yeah.
there. But after that, David was like, "Hey, hold on, bro. I ain't about to keep giving you this. I gave it to you as a gift. Merry Christmas. Now you're gonna have to earn these hits." You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with respect to him, I think that's the difference. I think Jose doesn't mind getting hit, and I think David is like, I could do this without getting hit. You know what I'm saying? So
So
that's what
what,
it
what would
is.
you say about some of Boo Boo's opponents leading up to David? It's I mean it's different. It's levels to this.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. I don't think Boo Boo's ever fought a David before. He's never fought anybody like David. The thing about David is we was wondering what his stamina was going to look like. I think he started to question his stamina and say, you know what, I got to get this man out of here because the corner stopped. And when the corner stopped the fight, I said, you know what, you live to fight another day. I'm cool with that. I don't have an issue with that. You live to
I
fight
was
another day.
happy. I was
Yeah,
happy that they did that because I didn't. But listen, I said it before they even stopped it. As he was going back to the corner, I was already in my house like, yo, that's it. That's it. Come on, yep. Hey, boo boo. Hey,
yeah.
that's it.
You know, styles make fights, and Boo Boo went against a guy whose style outclassed his in so many different facets of the fight. You know,
Yeah.
that strategy would have worked on a lot of different people, Boo Boo. It did not work on David Benavidez because David Benavidez, he has a chin of steel. You know that, you when it comes to them boys, you gotta be when they got that green, white, and red flag, you gotta basically kill them in the ring because they chin is different, man. It's real different, man. And I like the fights. I like the when you do the Puerto Rico versus Mexico or you do the Cuba versus Mexico. I
Yeah,
like those fights. It's a lot of pride in those fights. Guys come
man.
out ready to fight. If you notice, it wasn't Boo Boo that stopped the fight. His corner stopped the fight because Boo
Oh
Boo
yeah,
was
I seen
going to
it. I
go in
seen it.
there.
I seen it. But you know what?
Boo Boo
He
was
didn't
going,
have
yeah,
to. Boo Boo didn't have to be the one to say no, because if you just saw how he looked sitting down, he was
yeah.
sitting there with what the hell's going on? This
I
dude is
think
better than I thought.
yeah, because Boo Boo. And here's the thing, and I said this, and you know how I felt about it. I said Boo Boo's power is going to be the factor in this. And when Boo Boo head on collision power, giving the shots to David Benavidez, and David is still standing there. Because I'm gonna be real,
Yeah.
I gave the first 2 rounds to Boo Boo. I'm not gonna lie. Every round after that, though, David figured him out, bro. David figured
Um,
him out.
I think after the knockdown, in my opinion, he wasn't the same.
Yeah. Because you got to change your strat. Because the knockdown was a flash. That was a flash hit right there. Like everything leading up to that punch, Boo Boo was handling it. Everything was cool. He caught that punch, went down, and he had to change his whole game plan.
Would you say, in your opinion, that was probably one of the easiest fights for David? Because I mean, even though Boo Boo gave, he threw he got a couple of shots in, but I don't think anybody saw the fight being stopped. What was that? The sixth round?
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody saw that coming. Not that early. If you saw it coming,
Well, it's like we talked about it the other day. I said if there's a guy that people are ducking and he hasn't fought in amount of time, that's the guy you go beat on. Like you show the world, hey, look, not only am I not scared of this guy, I'm gonna show you his levels, and he ain't been in the ring, so this should be an easier fight for me. I don't know if this was one of his easier fights or easiest fight, but I will say he went in there and he cleaned up and did what he had to do. This was a convincing win for David Benavidez. And if you're Canelo, I hate to say it, if you're Canelo, you might not want to jump in there with that boy. You might want to fight Jaime
um,
Munguia or something. You might not want to jump in there with him.
well, as a guy, I want to mention at 68. Um, we always speak about Canelo. We speak about David Morrell. We got all these other guys at 68 that we know that probably eventually won't fight David for whatever reason.
Right.
Where does and he might not fit into this, but I seen him at the fight last night, so I'm going to bring him up. Where does Caleb Plant fit in all this?
Caleb Plant goes on to fight Jamal Charlo. And then after he fights Jamal Charlo, he can figure out all that other. Like Caleb Plant, you did this. You did this. This is your fault. The reason that you're tied to a Jamal Charlo. This is your fault.
Wait a
Like
minute,
you
hold
you
on,
didn't
dude.
have you didn't have to
What?
slap him.
Yo,
You didn't
stop.
have to slap him. I'm just being honest. You didn't have to. You could have been a man of grace, a man of poise, a man of character, and you could have said, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. He's in my face. I'm gonna just walk away. You slap that man, and now you can't mention Charlo's name without mentioning Caleb Plant's name. So I'm sorry to that man, but this is what you got to do. I don't care if you want to fight David Benavidez. I don't care if you
Mm.
want to fight Boo Andrade. I don't care who you want to fight. Go fight Jamal Charlo, and then when you're done, pick back up where you left off or whatever it is.
Um, that one right there would be that one right there. I'm thirsty to see, and I've never been thirsty to see a fight. A Jamal Charlo and Caleb Plant. I am dying for that.
You know what's
Not because
crazy?
of the whole, not because of the whole, just like the whole slap. It's just interesting.
Yeah,
That'll be
those
interesting.
and Caleb's not a slouch. He's not a pushover. He's not a bad fighter. Caleb Plant is a nice. I'll say it. He's a nice B- fighter.
Oh,
Styles make fights.
but
He get his.
I think when it comes to Caleb, his gas tank is questionable.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that if he is supposed to fight Jamal Charlo, I think he gonna have to go to Bear Mountain and run a couple miles a day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to really, really, really get on that because the one thing about Jamal that people don't realize, yeah, he just fought Jose Benavidez, and yeah, Jose Benavidez could take the punches. But let's be honest, that man got some power behind them punches.
Jamal Charlo looked like the school bully in that ring. He looked like the bully. I mean, he didn't look. I don't care about him coming in overweight. When I looked at him, he didn't look like he had a pudgy stomach or he's been eating 6 bowls of ice cream. He looked like he should have been a light heavyweight,
Yeah,
but with muscles.
facts. He came in at what, 166, 167. You know what I'm saying? And I love that Jose Benavidez didn't make any excuses. I like that he didn't say, "Oh well, he was bigger than me," and that's why. Nah, Jose is a class act, and I hope that he gets more fights. I hope that there are more people that want to challenge Jose, and I hope that he's. I hope he's not done because it's
The,
very
the,
interesting watching him fight.
it's very interesting. The problem is that this was his third loss, which I didn't know. I didn't know. For some reason, I thought he had more losses than that until I found out last night that was his third loss. So saying 3 losses does not define your career. That doesn't mean you're trash. But you can only keep getting opportunities and keep blowing them. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can only keep getting the big fights and blowing them. He's gonna have to help. Somebody's gonna have to help him with his head movement or something
Definitely.
because you can't be a statue in the ring. You just can't do that because somebody eventually is going to say, you know what? I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah, I know where to put my hands at.
I know exactly where to check you at. Keep standing there. I don't care how concrete you think your jaw is. Keep standing there, and I promise you, I'm gonna make you feel it.
What made it so crazy was that last round, they going back and forth, they jarring, and Jamal
Oh
knew he had won. And Jamal at that point started doing what he was doing. And I think it flustered Jose a bit because Jose is like, "Yo, I'm right here. I'm right here." And it's like, bro, you're trying to prove to us that got this super chin and this durability. Jamal's trying to prove to the world that he still belongs where he's at. So y'all are fighting
yeah,
two totally different battles at that point.
yeah. And I'm like, okay, you ain't got to take all this abuse, bruh.
You don't. You don't have to.
You don't have
Now
to
you
take all this
know.
abuse to prove that. I think he's one. You know what? He's one of those that's, and this is not to discourage him, but he's one of those that be like, look, I got the best jaw in boxing. I don't care what none of y'all say. That's what I see when he fights.
And that's cool. You can have that. No, nobody's gonna nobody's gonna fight you tooth and nail over who's got the best jaw. However, your jaw did not need to take the punishment that it took yesterday. You did not need to get hit that many times in the face yesterday. The head movement would have made Charlo work harder, but I feel like Charlo didn't have to work as hard as I thought he would have had to work
No.
last night.
Did you see the uppercut that Charlo caught him with? I thought he smacked Benavidez's head back to Phoenix. The way he hit him with
Bro,
that uppercut, I said,
bro,
Jesus.
he smacked his braids loose, man. I said, no way, bro. Like, Charlo is really proving a point. I asked y'all the other day, I said, who can't have a bad showing? Who absolutely cannot have a bad showing? Jamal Charlo could not have a bad
You
showing.
said that.
He
You said that. You
and he
did
went
say
in there
that.
and he did what he was supposed to do, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy with what he did. I think he called out a few people, and then afterwards they said, he wants to see the likes of Canelo and the likes of this person and that person or whatever. And I'm like, yo, that's cool and all, my guy, but you got unfinished business.
Oh yeah, I think, and I'm hoping that it's not another 6 months before we see him again.
Yeah.
We in November. I like to see him come back possibly February, if it's possible, and come back and do something. I think once he get back into getting the feeling of it again, not just training, but just really getting back into the feeling and all the personal stuff that he's went through. I hope I pray for him and his family, and hope that he got past that. But once we get that Jamal back, I'm not gonna
Oh,
hold you.
yeah, it's
A lot
over.
of people gonna be, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan of them. I don't care if I dislike you or not. I'll give you your props if you're a good fighter. Once he gets back the way he need to be, it's over.
Yeah. And I'm glad he took this fight. And a lot of people were a little upset that he took Jose Benavidez. But Jose Benavidez is not a slouch.
I
Jose
mean,
Benavidez, he actually made Jamal Charlo work yesterday. and I'm
I
okay with
mean,
that.
y'all upset that he took that fight. Y'all were upset that Jamel took the Canelo, but y'all don't get upset when Canelo takes certain fights. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
like
Canelo. He can does whatever. He's Canelo. He can do whatever he want.
nah, that's not how it works. And now the moment is here. David Benavidez did something he was supposed to do, and that was show the world, hey, I deserve the torch being passed to me.
I didn't think he was
That's what
doing it like that, Zeus. I didn't see that, Zeus. I didn't see it. I was hoping, Zeus, that it would have ended by both of them standing next to each other and somebody would have got a UD. I did not see no sixth round and him just getting pounded out like that, bro. I didn't see that.
and
I
and
didn't
and,
see it.
and what makes it even crazier, here's the crazier part about it. The one thing I saw last night was David Benavidez coming out party. Let's be honest. We've been talking about David for a very long time. We've been talking about Boo Boo getting ducked for a very long time. David Benavidez went in there with a guy who arguably had been ducked for the past 2 years. I don't care how people want to change the narrative. He's been ducked. A lot of guys did not want to fight him. David went in there
Mhm.
and convincingly beat that boy. Convincingly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, and because people are about to say it. If they didn't say it already, I know already. People, man, Boo Boo went in there and he didn't really do this and do that. I think Boo Boo did what he could. I think he
Yeah.
did what only David allowed him to do.
I'll go
He
even
did what David
further.
allowed him to do.
He went in there with a game plan. And with respect to his game plan, everything was cool. It was on the up and up. However, the problem that he faced when he got in there with that game plan was there's a guy in there that doesn't give a damn about your game plan. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna come in there and do what he's supposed to do too. Like it ain't about nothing. Like, don't worry, but like it was a different ball game, man. It was a different ball game
You know,
last night.
I think Boo Boo job was to go in there and spoil you David's plans. The whole Canelo talk, because nobody was putting really Boo Boo in that Canelo talk like that. So it was like, man,
Right.
I'm here to spoil you. I'm here to spoil you your plans. I will be the next one who takes on Canelo. If he went in there and his game plan didn't work, and even I forgot what round it was, Dre told him when he went back to the corner, stop standing in front of him.
Right. And now
Stop,
here
stop,
we are.
stop. You standing in front of him. Stop standing in front of him. You're going to get, you know what I mean? I mean, when the trainer tells you to stop doing it, it's for a reason. These fighters, I don't know what's going through their minds. Maybe they have a game plan of their own, and it seems like when they get to the big night, they just get in there and start doing what they want, or the other fighter is just that good that whatever game plan you had, it's just not going to work because it's like their corner is telling them something, and it's like, yeah, I hear you, but then end up going back out there and just doing whatever you want,
Right. And that's oh man.
and you can't do that.
You
And
can't.
then we so quick to get mad at the trainers. Oh, bum ass trainer. Well, guess what? The trainer ain't got to fight. My job is to train you.
Right.
Why? What's up, brother? My job is to train you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn to listen. And I'm glad. Shout outs to the dude last night that was in his corner that said that's it. Because it don't
Yeah.
look like nobody else was going to say that was it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it didn't look like nobody else was going to say it was it. He was the only one that was like, that's it. Besides
And
the
that's why
doctor and the referee, he was the only one in the corner that was like, that was it. I'm glad he said that.
yeah, nah, and then not only that, but let's be honest about the situation. This was a moment where we look at Boo Boo and we say, hmm, it took a lot for him to get to that point. But when we saw him get to that point where it's like the damage is done, what happens next? And guys were really allowed to, we're really going to just let him get in there and continue fighting. And that's not that wasn't conducive to what was going on. Shout out to his team, shout out to his camp, shout out to everybody, man, because that's real love right there when you can tell your fighter, nah, bro, let's live the fight another day. I don't think
You
he's
know,
done with boxing. I think
no,
he
hell
just
no.
real life. I think he real life has to just figure it back out again.
They didn't. It would have been. Yeah, it would have been worse for him. It definitely would have been worse for him, and that's what we try to avoid, wise, because this is a sport, or this is a bit. Let me stop saying the sport. This is a business where one punch can make you a vegetable.
Facts.
So you have to, you know what I mean? Like people don't understand that. You could hurt a man alone just by putting your hands on him when you just got your knuckles. What do you think is going to happen when you put gloves on? You understand what I'm saying? It don't take 10 punches for you to be a vegetable. This is why guys like Jose Benavidez we care about, because it's like it's only so many times you can keep standing there taking that, because you standing there taking them type of punches, it might not affect you now, but slowly it will. So 5, 10 years from now, you got to slur when you talk.
And here's
We
the
don't want.
problem with that. The biggest problem with that is you got guys in there that's real live. They getting paid to knock you out. So they're not going to stop because, oh, please stop. Please give us mercy. No, they're going to continue to do what they do. And people need to understand that real live. Like, if you don't understand that the guy across from you, he's getting his incentive is to knock you out. He wants to beat you. He wants to show the world he's leaps and bounds better than you. And when that happens, you can't get in there and think that you just going, oh, I'm gonna be all right. Nah, bro, he's trying to kill you.
Question: did Boo Boo even make it to the press conference after?
I don't know. I'm not gonna hold you.
I
I
didn't see
did.
it. I watched the press conference. I didn't see him walk in there.
I'm not gonna hold you after Boo Boo lost. I tore my bet slip up, and I just walked out. I had a nice little parlay going on. I had the rounds correct. I had everything correct on a 6-leg parlay except for Boo Boo winning. And once Boo Boo lost, I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's cool. It just wasn't meant to be. But yeah,
Um, Let me ask you. You know what? No, I'm gonna save this for the end of the year. I'm gonna save it for next month. It's a question I want to ask about that fight last night and another fight that happened. But I'm gonna save that one for the end of the. It's the end of the year question. I
I
gotta,
feel
I
that.
gotta, I gotta, I gotta, I gotta wait to ask that one. But so okay, with that being the way it happened last night, do we get honestly, in your opinion, do we get Canelo and Benavidez, and what is it going to take? Because I feel like you're going to have to force Canelo. You're going to have to make him do something. He either got to drop a belt. He got to step out of the way. What is it going to take to get him in there with
Honestly,
David?
based on the trajectory of what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez, I love the guy, great fighter, whatever you want to say. I think he's going to vacate them belts. I don't think he's going to fight David Benavidez. I don't think the David Benavidez fight is going to happen.
That's
I
what
think
Wise
that
said. Wise just said the same thing. Wise was like, "Yeah, Canelo is going to vacate those belts." Sheesh.
I think he is. I'm not going to hold you. I think he is because unless there's a Jaime Munguia fight where he can keep the belts or somebody else. Yeah, he's losing. He's gonna vacate those belts. He'll probably go up to 175 and fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe fight a Callum Smith or something like that. But I don't see him fighting David Benavidez. It would be great if he fought David Benavidez. It would be a wonderful thing for the sport of boxing if he were to fight David Benavidez. House and ever, I just don't see it happening.
I think he'll take either Boo Boo or he'll take Caleb Plant again before he takes David.
Yeah, you know what? And I could see him taking Boo Boo. I could see that
I
fight
can see him
happening.
taking it. Because
I'm not even
last
gonna
night
lie
he
to
was
you. I could see it.
in his mind he was looking for the weakest link last night, and he was probably hoping that it would be Boo Boo. Because he's like, David, I'm not gonna fight this. I'm just not. He's a Mexican. I'm a Mexican, and stop it, Canelo,
See, because
stop it.
here's what's going to happen. The stall out process is going to force David Benavidez to either move up a weight class to 175 or fight David Morrell. David Morrell is right there. He's got a regular belt.
Well, David fights what, the 16th of
Yeah, I
December?
think so. I think so. We'll
I'm
see
trying
what
to
happens.
make all this. I'm trying to make all this make sense because I feel like nobody is the holdup but Canelo. I
Yeah,
feel like he's
and
the holdup.
yeah, I think so too. There's no other way to slice it. You know, we want to see it. The world wants to see it. David Benavidez wants to see it, and maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. Who knows?
I think watching last night's performance probably scared the hell out of Canelo.
I wouldn't
It
say
probably
scared, but I think
not
Canelo.
scared, but not scared, but
Yeah,
probably was like, oh my God, this kid is no. Because let's just be honest. I don't care what Canelo looked like in that Jamel fight, right? I don't care what he looked like. His reflexes are really not the same. His stamina is not the same. He still fights you pretty good. So I think messing around with David, that could be, I could be wrong. That could be Canelo's retirement party.
yeah,
Messing around. You made that man wait so long. I can see him, but this is the only thing. Even though you waited so long, you'll still have to go in there and fight Canelo smart. Because you know how you get so anxious because you've been wanting to fight somebody and you get in there, think you got a game plan, and that game plan could blow up in your face. Canelo is still dangerous. It doesn't matter what his stamina look like or what his movement look like. You still have to give him some credit. But you don't want to go in there trying to knock him out. You know, you can get knocked out trying to knock somebody out. But it could go either way. I can see that being his retirement party, and maybe Canelo knows that. It has nothing to do with race. He's a Mexican. No, you're using that as an excuse, bro.
you know
That's
what
an
it is
excuse.
though. I will say this: an old grizzly bear is still a grizzly bear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Canelo has enough boxing IQ and experience. He's probably seen everything that David will throw at him. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest. He's probably seen it. Whatever David can throw at him, he's probably already seen it. If you're Canelo and you really want this fight, it's gonna be like a Disney Channel movie. You got to train your hardest. You got to really be in the tip-top most shape of your life because you're going up against a young bull in there. You're going up against the Mexican monster for real.
I
That
mean,
kid is that kid nice.
what kind of game plan could Eddie Reynoso and them come up with? Because David is just different. Rather, if you want to believe it, and the scary thing is, the boy is still in his prime. He'll be 27 December 15th.
Right.
Excuse me, 17th. So the boy's still in his prime.
And that's what
It's
people
like,
gotta understand, man. Like, he not going nowhere anytime soon. You might as well
he
just
said
let the
it.
fight happen or run. Just run. Just get out of there. If Canelo said tomorrow he retired, I'd respect him more.
I
I'd
feel
respect
better.
him.
I feel
I'd
better.
res-
You know why I feel better? Not because I dislike him. I don't like guys holding up the damn division, and that's in any weight class. If I feel like you're holding up the division, move.
yeah, just move out the way. Just move out the way.
I don't
Vacate the
care
belt.
what your color is. I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican. I don't care what you are. If you holding up the division, move. Because it's not
Vacate the
fair.
belts. Yeah, it's not. If you vacate the belts, right? You let David Morrell, David Benavidez, Boo Boo, and whoever else at 168 go get a belt. And then 168 becomes way more fun again. I told y'all before, last night had implications at 140, it had implications at 168, had implications at 160. 168 is about to get really scary really soon.
Oh Lord, listen. Now with Jamal back, we got to see what's going on with if him and Caleb Plant get it in. We got to see what David Morrell does next month. It's about to get real spooky. We got B-ball that he could stay at 75 but go to 68 if he's interested in anything. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting right now with 68. And you don't know who's going to really come out on top. Right now, David is that guy. He is that
He's
guy.
not
And
afraid.
honestly, it doesn't matter if Canelo passes the torch or not, right? The torch is going to be passed him anyway because you're going to have to make a decision, my man. You're either going to fight him or get the hell out of the way. And when you get the hell out of the way, all you Canelo fans that want to jump on the bandwagon, yeah, man, he doesn't have to fight David. Why should he fight him? He could do whatever he wants. He's solidified already. He's this, he's that. He's a Hall of Famer. He doesn't have to do this. That's crazy. But with everybody else, y'all tell them what they need to do. Make
Right.
that make sense.
You know how
I
it
don't
goes.
get that. I don't get that, but hey, what do I know? But I know I was super shocked yesterday. Last night, I'm sitting there like, did this just happen?
Yeah, man.
And just to see the look on Boo Boo's face in the corner said everything. It said everything.
Yeah,
Like, you sit there surprised. Like, he didn't even sit there surprised. It was more like he was out of it or trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
yeah, man. And with respect to the Mexican monster, to do that against another bully, because let's be real, Boo Boo was a bully. That's why
Yeah,
guys didn't want to
there
fight.
was there was times Boo Boo did bully him in there as far as keeping up against the ropes. He tried, so I have to give Boo Boo some credit because he did though, and that was the first time I seen David against the ropes. Like, oh damn, I said he got David glued against the ropes, man. This
But
is gonna be difficult.
but David's so smart. He like, all right, let me work off the ropes. And once he
Yeah,
started doing that, it became a different fight. I think Boo Boo thought that he was going to get in there, get him on the ropes, and everything be all peachy keen. And David Benavidez had to remind him, like, hey, yo, I'm nice on like defense and offense and counter punching and everything, right? You know that, right? He had to show that
yeah.
man, and he showed him. He definitely showed him, and it,
David
it
will
was a
be
good fight.
Yeah, Boo Boo will definitely be back. So I don't want people to be thinking, oh, well, Boo Boo ain't the guy we thought he was just because he lost this one fight. Look at who he lost it to.
Right.
That man was undefeated, just like him. And somebody old had to go, and the better man won. So I don't want nobody to be out there like, yeah, man, I don't know about Boo Boo now. That doesn't mean
I,
everybody in the division is going to spank him. So I don't want y'all to get it twisted. I'm even interested in seeing if later down the line, if this Jamal and Caleb Plant are happy, give me Caleb Plant, give me Boo Boo.
yeah,
Give me,
I
you
think,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm cool with that. I don't have an issue with that. I think
I don't
once
have no
this
issue with it.
is about to get very interesting. But you know who really surprised me last night? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Lamont
Oh,
Roach surprised me last night.
hey,
Lamont
he hit that
surprised me.
dude. He hit that dude, and I said, "Oh man, Lamont, boy, Lamont got bricks in his hands, man."
Look, man, Lamont came out there. He had a mission. He clearly he was watching the tweets and the Instagrams and all that, and he clearly saw that folks did not think that he deserved to be in there or thought that he was going to win that fight. Shout out to Hector Luis Garcia. Like he's a good fighter. Nobody's gonna discredit him. But he got in there with a very poised, very focused Lamont Roach. And and,
Did you
and
count that?
I
Did you count that punch? Did you count that knockdown? They were saying he hit him and he hit Hector in the back of the head when he went
um
down.
I once I saw the ref counting it, I was like, what do I know? You know what I'm saying? Like what do I know? I didn't think that was a knockdown. However, it did do some damage. I think with respect to Hector, I think that his head was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I don't think it was an intentional I'm gonna hit you in the back of the head. I just think Hector was moving a little too fast and he got caught. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. That was my first time actually watching Roach. I don't believe I've ever seen him before. I've heard his name in the gyms, but I've never. Last night, I'm gonna be real honest. I think that was the first time I saw him. And I heard of him. Like I said, I heard of him. I've heard of him a lot. Last night was the first time I really got to see him. And
right,
dude, and he wasn't in there with no slouch. Hector Garcia is no slouch. I don't care.
right.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about the Tank fight. Listen, that dude is tough. So you know what I mean. For him to pull it off the way he did last night, shout out to Lamar Roach, man. Shouts to him, man.
Yeah, man.
He did his thing.
Subriel did his thing too. Um,
Yeah,
Ergashev is nice. Don't get me wrong, but Subriel, he had a point to prove last night. He had a point to prove last night. He was tired of y'all, only talking about Regis and Prograis at 140. He was tired of y'all only talking about Teofimo at 140. He was tired of it. He had to remind y'all who he was, and he did that last night.
Now we speak about weight classes being interesting. We 60s interesting, 68, 75, 54. But Jesus Christ, when you talk about 140,
140 just got real interesting after last night
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
because there's a new there's a new prom king that's going to enter, right? A new contestant for prom king is what I like to call it. And
Yeah,
this new contestant's name is Gary Antoine Russell, and he's at 140.
Lord have
He's at
mercy.
140, and Subriel has already had talks of entertaining the idea of fighting Gary Antoine Russell. So
Mm.
now we have a very serious situation on our hands that I don't think people are quite ready for. Because if Gary gets in there and gets the belt, people gonna start ducking him. Well, they already ducking him, but people are really gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to fight this guy. I think out of all the belt holders at 140, the only person that might, emphasis on might give Gary some go, I'll go ahead and say it, is Teofimo. That's the only one I see giving Gary some go. Everybody else I see him getting.
Gary Antoine Russell versus Teofimo Lopez.
That's gonna be a nice fight.
Hey, don't get up here starting stuff, Zeus.
Hey, slice it how you want to slice it. I want to see Gary Russell.
Oh, Zeus, don't get up here starting stuff. You about to woo, Lord. Don't do it, Zeus.
If
Lord.
I had a promotion team and I could put that fight together,
Sheesh.
Gary Antoine Russell is fighting Teofimo.
Sheesh. Do you know what do you know what you're asking for?
We getting the bully out of there. We Teofimo talks like he's the best thing since sliced bread. He gets up there, he says all these things, he acts like everybody's ducking him, he's acting all this and all that, and it's like, bro, there's a guy, Mr. Russell would love to see you at prom. He would love to see you at prom.
Yeah. So last night, Ellie Setback interviewed him, I think, during the fight or after the fight, and he said, "Yeah, I would love to meet the winner out of Regis and Devon after December 9th." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, but what about everybody else at 40?"
Right. Because what
So
do we do? We holding up the belts.
sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a business where everybody chases the bag. Instead of
Yeah.
you chasing legacy and who you really want to fight, yo, I want to solidify my legacy. So me and you, we got to put our names in the books. But
Right.
it's a lot of people who's chasing bags, man. And I'm not. Hey, it's nothing wrong with you feeding your family. I have no problem with that, bro. But if you really pay attention to what goes on in boxing, I'm telling you, man, you could tell who's chasing
Facts.
legacy or who's chasing the bag.
Yeah, facts.
It's crazy. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, though. Look, I'm not mad. He said, I want, oh, wait a minute, hold on. What my man say? Justin. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hey, Josh.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I don't I
Hey,
don't
Josh.
think I don't think Matias has the same uh success that he had last night. I don't think he has that with Gary. I don't see it. I think people
Gary,
forget.
you'll mess
I think
around.
people forget how good Gary is.
You'll mess around the hell. You'll mess around and headbutt your damn self messing around with Gary.
Yeah, man, it's different over there, man. It's different over there, man. It's different over there, man.
Yeah,
I think Subriel did what he was supposed to do last night. He put on a show, and he showed the casuals that 140 is just as impressive as 168. 140 is just as impressive as 160. All of that, and I'm cool with that. I don't have no problems with that.
yeah.
140 kind of. I'm not gonna say it's been quiet. I'm not gonna say it's been quiet,
Yeah.
but
Forward and
140
put
has been. It's been a lot of talking and not enough putting up. You know what I'm saying?
Bob Gabe, my brother said that's how TS fight come forward and puts on pressure.
All
Yeah.
right, you forget. Gary can move forward, backward, side to side. He can do
The
all
pressure.
that.
Yeah, trying to keep Matias off him. You know what, Josh? We need to find out. Y'all need to stop before I mess around and write a letter to the WBC telling them let's start this 140 tournament.
Hey, listen, I think with respect to Subriel, I don't think Subriel wants any smoke with Gary. I really don't. Gary has
You don't,
shown
you
us
don't, you
time
don't,
and
you don't think he'll ever mention Gary's name or be
no, I don't.
interested in it?
He probably will, and he'll regret it once he gets to round 5 and his face all swole up. He
It was,
won't
it
he
was
won't
your,
regret it.
it was your trip.
Listen, here's the thing: everybody that has seen Gary fight, Gary can fight and move at the same time. He can throw a couple jabs, hit you with a body jump, get out the way while you
Yeah,
throwing and throw at the same time. Like Gary does it all, man. Like
yeah.
I don't see the one person that has a belt at 140 that I think could actually do something against Gary is Teofimo. That's it. I think the rest of them dudes get destroyed.
I think a To and Russell, it does. In my opinion, it does numbers.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
I respectfully disagree, brother. I think Matias want them all. They just don't want. Yeah, they don't want. Oh, he trying to say they don't want Matias.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
we'll see what happens because Gary already has let people know he's expressed that he wants that fight. So we'll see if Matias ducks him. We'll see if Matias calls out Rolly Romero or something like that, which would be safe. Play with
Well,
somebody safe.
I tell you this: 140, especially for 2024. Y'all might want to put your seatbelts on. You might want to put your helmet on. It's going to get real interesting. It's going to get real interesting in 2024. I'm telling y'all, it's going to get super interesting. A lot of fights that you think you're not going to see, you're going to see in 2024. It's going to get interesting.
Oh, it's gonna get rocky. It's gonna get rocky.
He is like that. Antoine is too, but he has really got crack in them punches. Oh, that's why five. That's why we want to see it. That's why we want to see it. Let's make it happen. When you mentioned Matthias, them boys at 40 act different. Pay attention closely. He said, when you mentioned they, he said they act different. Ah, yo, listen. There's so much smoke at 140, you can't even see what's going on. It's too much fog in the air. It's too much. And then it would Tank possibly might campaign at 40. It's about to get real interesting out here.
If Tank moved to 140, a lot of people gonna get quiet. And if Gary wins the belt next year, a lot of people gonna get quiet. I just need you to understand. I need y'all to understand. If Tank came out right now and said, "Yeah, yo, I'm at 140 now," a lot of them guys would get quiet.
The only ones who ain't gonna get quiet is the one who's chasing the bag. Oh yeah, I need that. I know fighting
Yeah,
him, I'm
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
the
yeah,
nice
yeah,
bag.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
need that. Other than that, there's gonna be cats that will be like, nah, he going to 40. Well, better keep my
Guys
ass at
like
35, boy. I
guys
better
like
take my ass
Ismael
to 37.
Barroso.
Yeah.
Ismael Barroso, he'll be like, "Oh, I'll fight Tank at 140," because he know he's gonna get a bag.
Um, and it's crazy, right? Because people have this narrative of he's too small. I'm like, man, you crazy? There's a lot of people that up there that Tank could crack and possibly damage. It's just all if will he get those big fights? You understand what I'm
Be-
saying?
Yeah,
What's
because a lot of
stopping
people
him
gonna duck him.
from getting them big fights?
A lot of people gonna duck Tank, man.
Whoever knocked off Matias got 140 in the UFC choke. Oh, literally.
I'm telling you who it is, bro. I'm telling you who it is. It's gonna be Gary Antoine Russell.
Hey,
Telling you.
Josh, you a fool, man. Josh is stupid. He said they got him in the chokehold. Literally, shit. Um, and this is the reason why I say we had such an interesting year this year. Next year, there's no excuses. Every
At all.
damn weight class in boxing should be popping, popping. And 140 should be popping so bad. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to. You know what? I'm not trying to hear. What needs to stop? I don't want to hear no more of these Twitter beefs. This back and forth.
Right.
We got more fighters fighting on Twitter than they fighting in person. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't want to hear that no more. It's like in the words of Bill Haney, they saying everything but let's fight.
Right.
Let's fight. I want to see if Tuna can do it, but if can't do it, yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting, Josh. It's gonna be very interesting. And
Very.
I didn't realize how talented 140 was until I really sat back and I thought about it. I had to go through each names. I couldn't just go through the popular names. I had to go through a lot of people. Even when I look at this kid, even though people say he got more work to do, I always say don't sleep on him because you have to throw his name in the raffle. When I look at Richard Hitchison, I look at Hitchison. Um, you got to throw his name in the raffle,
Oh, you
rather if you're
definitely
a
do.
fan of him or not.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
definitely do.
you got to throw his name in the raffle. If you sleeping on him, that's your biggest mistake. That's your big. Well, he alright, but I wouldn't put him up there just yet. Look, bro, oh, that dude's willing to fight anybody. He's willing to fight anybody,
Yeah.
anybody. And when you got somebody who's willing to fight anybody, you got to give them their props because y'all giving props to these fighters that fight who they want, when they want, versus picking the guy that's just like, look, man, you can put me in the middle of McDonald's parking lot. I want all the smoke. Know what I'm saying? But last night was super dope. It was interesting. And I'm going to be real with you, Zeus. This just prepped me for December 9th. Now I'm more interested to see what's going to happen there.
Man, what?
He said Hitchison don't have the power to keep his from coming throwing super. Well, no, that's not what I was saying though, Josh. What I was saying is he's interesting and people need to mention his name more. As far as Hitchison, I don't know who I would want to see him with. You can see him in there with T.O. I mean, you can see him in there with, anybody. I think he's good. He's good. I won't throw him in there. I can't say exactly who I want to see him in there with, but I'm just telling the public, don't sleep on him because he exists too. He's around too, and he's a name that we can't sleep on because he's definitely out here. He's definitely out here making noise.
All the noise he wants to make.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want nobody to be out here having these Twitter wars. Forget all these Twitter wars, man. Let's fight. Let's stop worrying about a guy being 10-0 versus a guy that's 25-0 that he keep calling out. If he want his ass whipped and he only had 10 fights, let him go.
And let him go, bro. Come outside.
Let him go. I used to think the same thing. He only got 10 fights, man. Chill. Chill, baby boy. Give him time. Man, forget all that. If he want to test the waters, if he just started swimming and he ready to go to the deep end of the pool, let his ass drown.
Yeah.
Let him drown.
If he does that, if he drowns. Because
if he drowns.
You never know. We definitely thought Francis Ngannou was going to drown against Tyson Fury, and we saw what happened there.
Hey, Zeus, I don't want him to get to the deep end of the pool and then ask for the donut.
Yeah, nah.
Don't ask for the donut.
Yeah, you stuck out here now. You wanted a title fight.
Hey, Zeus. Hey, when you feel like the water's getting right here,
right?
Don't ask for the donut now.
Yeah, nah. Don't ask now, bro. Stay where you at. Stay exactly where you at.
Stay exactly where you at, bro. I need the donut. No, you don't. No, bro, this is what you asked for. Don't get down there as soon as you go. No, bro, it's what you asked for.
Yeah, bro, you gotta let that rock. You gotta let that rock for real.
Listen, ain't no donut, ain't no lifeguards, ain't no none of that. Ain't no special dog coming to save you and pull you out. Nah, bro, this is what you want. Get this work.
You gotta deal with it, bro.
Know what I mean? David Morrell, I used to think the same thing, but hell, if that man ready, then go ahead and put his ass in.
Yeah, man, do what you gotta do, man.
If David Morrell calls out Caleb Plant tomorrow, set it up for the new year.
You got to.
Set it up. We got to stop this. He not ready. I used to think the same thing, and I said, wait a minute, this don't make sense. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. What has he proved? What has he done? Who has he fought? Man, if he want to fight, let him go. If he ready to go to the deep end of the pool, let his ass go.
Yeah, let him drown. And it's cool. Let him drown. He cool. He a grown man.
Listen, Why should I care about what he doing? I'm not getting no percentage of that.
Yeah, let that grown man do what that grown man do.
Let that grown man do what he do. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing, baby. This is not wrestling. This is not the WWF, baby. This ain't none of
People
that. Let him
people not
go.
gonna understand that. People not gonna understand that though. You know how that goes. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
I know they don't, but that's why I always bring it up to them. Like, yo, let him. If that man want to scrap, you know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example. If Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin get it in, let them get it in. It ain't no he ain't ready. If Tank and Keyshawn was to fight, it ain't no he ain't ready. Let him go.
That's a grown man. You gotta let that grown man.
Let him
You
go,
gotta let
bro.
that grown man do what he do. I can't say who's ready and who's not ready anymore.
Big
I'm
Texas, my
not.
brother. What up? Salute.
What's good, brother? I'm done doing that. Gone are the days where I say, oh, he's ready, he's not ready, he's this, he's that, blah blah blah. I don't care. Let him get in there.
You know what it is, Zeus? We spend too much time doing that. And I'm just not saying me and you, but as fans, we out here protecting certain fighters. And that's the reason why a lot of times these fights ain't being made either, because there's too many people on here protecting fighters, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No, man. Why should he fight? Not him. He ain't ready. But you know what? That guy over there is ready. Man, stop that, man. Stop the cat. Stop protecting these fighters. Stop keeping them in the house. Let them come outside and fight. Let him come outside and fight. Well, I don't want him at the deep end of the pool. We gonna put him in the kiddie pool.
yeah,
We'll put him in the kiddie pool. You put him in the kiddie pool where the water only comes up to his feet, and this dude asking you to go to the deep end of the pool, but you telling him he ain't ready yet. You ain't ready yet. Nah, he ready. Let his ass go. Just he needs to know that when he gets to the end of the pool, when it get bad, we ain't throwing you
yeah,
no donut.
yeah.
We ain't
Facts,
throwing you no donut.
facts.
You gonna
Big,
fight.
and that's what people
Man,
got
we
under.
listen, ladies and gentlemen, everybody. I don't care if you have a channel or if you don't have a channel. I don't care if you're a casual. I don't care if you just walked in the box in the day. Stop all this protecting fighters. Oh, he's 10-0, man. And this guy had 25 fights. He'll kill him. I don't want to hear none of that.
I
Baby boy
don't care.
walking around, making all these videos, making all these Twitter comments, man. Yeah, I'll smoke him. I don't care if he got 25 fights. I'll smoke him. But then in the same sentence, well, I only got 10 fights, so maybe we should wait about 10 more fights and see what happens.
Yeah, nah. We good. We good. I know what I want to see. Um, after December 23rd,
See
I
what?
really after
Yeah.
December 23rd, man, I really want to see everybody outside because December 23rd is the outside party. You know what I'm saying? Everybody outside December 23rd. So
And see
there's no
what?
more excuses.
That's how I feel. So you see how my brother C Wood say? That's how I feel, C Wood. Put them in there immediately. That's a fact.
Let them boys do what they do, man.
You said it sound like Keyshawn. Well, you know what? I know it sounded like I was taking a shot at him, but I wasn't. But I'm speaking about every guy out there that's talking that. Like I said, Dave Morrell, another one, man. If he ready to go ahead and take his ass off the leash and let him go.
Yeah, let them get in there.
Let
Let
him
them get in there.
go.
There's
No
no
more
point in
saving.
holding
No
back.
more saving. No more saving these dudes. And my thing is, I want these dudes at the end of the fight to be okay. I want them to be able to go home to their families. But we gotta stop saying who ain't ready for what.
Facts.
Jerron Booth Ennis. How dare we keep saying what he ain't ready for? Or, he ain't ready for Bud. He's not ready for this. Man, throw his ass in there. Throw his ass in there. What we gonna keep doing? We gonna age him out? We gonna keep waiting till another 5 years? Then we gonna say, yeah, Boots is ready. I swear, I thought Clarence was taking it. No, no, Josh. Look at Josh, my brother Josh. Hold on, my brother Josh. Look, this is what he said. He thought I was taking a sneak shot.
Oh
No,
nah. Hey
no, Josh.
yo.
No, Josh, I ain't taking no sneak shot. I'm just speaking truth. Stop protecting these fighters. A lot of these dudes on these channels and panels, they be protecting people. And I listen to the way they talk. They really be protecting people. No, what has he done?
It be
I'm
like
at
that.
this point where all it needs to say, yeah, show me, man, show me. That's all me, Zeus, Queen, Josh Sanders, C Wood, G5, all of us. That's all we want to see, baby. That's all we want to see. That's all we want to see is good fights. That's all we asking for, man. Come outside. That's all we saying, bro. All
Yeah,
this man ain't ready, that man ain't ready. Man, listen, in 2024, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
exactly.
I like
Come
something that
on.
Bill Haney said. I looked at Bill Haney yesterday, right? And he said you, he was talking about 47, right? About eventually Devin going there, right? The craziest, the illest thing that he said that I like was he was like, "You don't think we're gonna go knock at Mr. Mario Barra's door? You don't think we're gonna knock on his door? We come to 47, we knocking on doors.
Facts.
I can't be mad with him. Who am I to say, yo, don't do that, Bill? Devin ain't ready for that. No, they going to knock on doors. Go ahead.
He better be ready.
Go ahead. I'm not mad.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm
here for the
saying?
social. I'm not here for the social media back and forth. I'm here to see a
No.
fight. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia and Shakur going back and forth. Ryan, go fight that man, bro. Go fight that man. All that Twitter
Hey,
and all that, bro. Go fight that man.
hey, I ain't gonna hold you though. I ain't gonna hold you though. I'll definitely pay for that one.
Yeah, I think with respect to everything that's going on, you know, I got to see what Ryan looks like next week. I really got to see what he looks like. I got to
Oh,
see if
damn
he
it, that's right.
learned.
Ryan fights the second, right?
Yeah, he fight Oscar Duarte.
Yeah,
I
I
need
forgot.
to know.
Damn.
I need to know if Ryan learned his lesson or is he still hard headed.
Apologize to Earl for dogging him, losing to Bud, going. Oh shit! It's funny that you mentioned that, Josh, because I'm gonna mention that fight. I'm gonna mention the Boo Boo fight and the Earl fight. It's funny how you mentioned that because I'm gonna mention that next month. There's a special live I'm gonna do next month. I want y'all to catch. It's funny you mentioned that, Josh, because I just told Zeus. I was just telling him early in the video. I'm gonna mention both of those fights, but I want y'all to see how I'm gonna do it. How I'm gonna do it is gonna be real slick. Watch and see though.
Yeah, man. Where I'm at with it, I'm gonna be honest. First of all, I can't get mad at Boo Boo because Boo Boo didn't stop the fight. His corner stopped the fight. I can't get mad at Boo Boo. And I can't get mad at his corner. You live to fight another day. Yeah, he it's some
Hell
words that
no.
he gonna have to eat some crow. He definitely gonna have to eat some crow. Cause
I ain't
what
gonna
he
lie.
said about
But listen, bro. I would have kissed my corner. That was an ass. That was an ass whipping. You understand what I'm saying? Had they allowed that man to come back out there, like I said, you can get serious brain damage doing this, man. You know what
yeah,
I'm
man.
saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm glad they didn't allow that man to go back out there because that shit could have went so many different ways for him. Thinking since I've been booped. Yeah, well, and it's crazy, Josh, because when he didn't get off his stool, he already let you know I'm done. Boo Boo could have stood up and said, you know what? Hell no, y'all ain't stopping nothing. I got about a round or two left in me. I don't care how it looks. That man sat
yeah.
there and said, shit, hey, I'm good, player. I'm good,
Hey,
player.
that man made what we call a business decision. And
Yeah.
I ain't mad
Why?
at. Listen, if he
Yeah, I
ends
ain't
up
mad at
getting
him.
another fight, if he gets another fight and he wins, right? That was the best business decision he made. He made a good business decision right there. Now, if he never fights again, there's another conversation that we gotta have, obviously. But
Nah, he
nah,
fights
that man,
again. I think he fights again because we never seen Boo Boo take any real damage until last night, and he'll definitely he'll be back again. If that wasn't the first time he took a beating like that, like Jose Benavidez, eventually, you got to decide what you're gonna do, brother. Um, you know what I mean? You can't just keep showing everybody how tough your chin is, because
yeah.
eventually somebody gonna put that chin to the test. I'm
And
just
we'll see
saying.
what happens. We'll see what happens.
And what is he fighting at 60, right, Jose? If he decides to continue to campaign at that?
Yeah, he made weight last night. I think he would stay
But
at 160.
if you think about the guys at 60, you gotta be careful.
There's some guys
You
there.
gotta be careful. Because there's a lot of guys at 54 eventually that's gonna be exiting out 54, making their way to 60. I'm just saying, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta be. You gotta chill.
we got to see what happens after the rest of December. I think the rest of December gonna have all the implications we need.
I need more checks. His ass can't cash anymore. Yeah, you know how that is, Queen. But want a dog Earl shaking my head. Yeah, you just got to be careful, and as fighters, we can't be downing each other. We can't down a man because a man went in there, tried, it wasn't successful, and then when your fight come up, you did just as bad as that man. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that because it backfires on us. You know what I mean? Like the situation with Earl, I was hurt to see it happen that way, but this is boxing. Um, I just had said to myself, I hope he gets better, he recovers, and hey, right back to the lab. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you can get seriously damaged, man. Like who wants to keep taking all these punishments to prove that they're the toughest in the business, and then before you could even make it to be 40 years old, you have a slur. You got a slur.
Yeah, man.
I mean, no disrespect. Y'all want to be out here walking around and talking like, some of the our legendary fighters. I don't have to say their names, but some of our legendary fighters, man, they walking around here and they can't even put two words together properly.
Facts.
When they say hello, it's like hello. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because they want to talk like that. This is boxing, baby. You know what I mean? You can, but it is what it is. Last night was great. And it's really prepping me for not next week. I'm not so much interested in Ryan. I don't know if I'll tune into it, but I damn sure gonna tune into the Devon though.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Not
think
only
that
that,
talk of you. Hold on.
I'm
It's
tuning in.
yeah, yeah, man. What do
I'm
you say?
tuning in everything for the rest of this December cards. They better go out with a bang, man. Because we that final show of the year. I got some things I want to say about a couple of these cards, and I'm not gonna
Well,
say
I'm gonna
nothing
do. I'm gonna
yet.
do. I'm gonna make sure I do a good special on the 23rd of December. I'm probably gonna do it leading maybe that day before the 22nd, because the 22nd will probably be the weigh-in. I'll probably do a special the 22nd because I know that's good and close to Christmas. So a lot of us, who celebrate Christmas, we're gonna be getting prepared for it. But hey, my wife asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I said, hell, December 23rd. So that's it.
Yeah,
That's a Christmas gift right there, bro. Like
that is.
I'm not even tripping on that. Everybody and their mamas are probably gonna go live for that, but I'm gonna definitely sit back and watch that one, man.
Yeah,
That
man.
one, that's gonna be a dope card. I'm glad to see Wilder coming back. I'm even glad to see AJ in the mix of it. I'm glad to see all those guys.
That's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a fun one, man.
Hey, as soon as they get in trouble telling and singing the blues, yeah, these fighters are. Yeah, Quee looked at me. What Quee? Yeah, Quee. I told her all I wanted for Christmas was December 23rd. Of course, I'm gonna get something for Christmas. Tiff is. You know, listen. You know how Tiff is. She's gonna give me something anyway because that's my baby. But December 23rd should be a gift to anybody in the sport of boxing who is looking forward to. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be yeah. She got a bucket of chicken, perhaps. No, she's not getting me a bucket of chicken for Christmas. No, Kui stupid. Kui is crazy. Look at Kui crazy. A bucket of chicken, perhaps.
Hey, man, y'all, wildin', man.
They always clouded me, man. Nah, but you nasty freaky behind that shit. You got something. Look at. Listen, y'all not about to come over here with this honey butter chicken shit, man. I'm not doing none of that. I'm behaving myself for Christmas. Nah, but I think for any fan of boxing, this was the perfect gift for them to have. There should be no complaints after December 23rd. None.
With none
But
whatsoever.
but you know what, Zeus? That sounds good in the perfect world. We always find something to complain about.
Yeah, but here's how I look at it. We've been asking for this. We've been asking for this. We've been clamoring for this. We've been asking. First, we asked for a bunch of fights that we probably never get. Then we just asked for a specific weight class to be busy. Now we getting that on the 23rd. Beggars can't be choosers, man. You getting all the heavyweight fights you want. You know what I'm saying? It might not be them fighting that particular person per se, but we getting it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to let it happen. You know, so we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I gotta get on the road. McLean, it was a pleasure being in here, bro. Again, I'm very appreciative of what I saw last night. All the fighters
Sure.
came out to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that was dope. You know, shout out to all the winners. You know, shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Subriel. Shout out to Charlo. Shout out to David. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the guys that went out there and fought too. You know, shout out to everybody. So, you know, and also we got a new undisputed women's champion. We gotta
Yeah.
talk we gotta talk about that tomorrow when we get a chance. We got a new women's undisputed.
Um, I got to see what time I got to what time I have to be to work tomorrow. Let me see what time I got to be in. Yeah, we could. I didn't get to watch that. I didn't even get to watch the highlights of that. I'm gonna go back and watch the highlights. I only know that she won because it came across the phone. But yeah, we gonna get. I'm gonna see if I can go back and watch that, and we gonna get into it.
Hey,
I
when
can.
you sit down and watch that, man, just know it's that girl put a beating on her. You thought she stole her lunch money. That girl put a beating on her, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get off this joint, man. You be safe. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Definitely, brother.
and we'll wrap again later.
We definitely will. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Yeah. He said that's the, so whatever. Yo, five is stupid, yo. Something wrong with that dude, man. Yeah, Josh, not the. Hey, man, something wrong with five, man. Five is crazy, man. That is not a normal dude right there, man. Yeah, man. Not that five. Jesus Christ, five. Not that. December 23rd is definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be popping. I cannot wait. I've never been so anxious to even to see a fight. Yeah, y'all crazy, man. Yo, G5 be saying some of the most craziest shit out his mouth, boy. You a crazy dude, Five. You really are. One of the craziest dudes I know. It's funny. I'm over here watching. Oh, really, Queen? Really, Queen? I ain't got time for y'all today. Oh, I ain't got no time for y'all today. Y'all make me sick. Django. About mine. I know you probably did, Queen. No, you did. I love the heavyweight boxing too, no lie. Oh, I love it too. I'm not crazy about today's heavyweights. They are alright. But when I think about heavyweights, I always go back to 20, 25 years ago. And sometime further than that. I think about Lennox Lewis. I think about Mike Tyson. Of course, I think about Muhammad Ali. I think about Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Ken Norton, um, Razor Ruddock, um, Ray Mercer, Michael Moore, Michael Grant, David Tor. Sam Peter, Chris Bird, Shannon Briggs. Oh, my eyes, what? What's wrong with my eyes? No, she said, did I smoke? No, I don't smoke. I don't smoke, Josh. Nah, I don't smoke. I just be having what they call them sleepy eyes, but I don't smoke anymore. It's been years since I smoked, bro. You talking about what? I'm 40 now. I stopped smoking shit when I was about 28. That was in 2011, bro. I ain't smoked since. I would smoke cigarettes, and I just quit that in 2019. Nah, no smoking for me. I know a lot of people who stopped smoking and then they went back because they'd be like, my doctor said it's okay. I don't think I could ever go back because it just makes me two things, hungry and sleepy. And if y'all know my eating habit, never mind. Never mind. This I'm not even about to set myself up for that one. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Just disregard that one. Yeah, I know, Queen. That yeah, what it did for me was, Josh, when I stopped smoking it, it was because of what people started putting in there. K2, in the South, well, I know in Mobile, in Alabama, they call it Mojo. They started doing a lot of stuff that just made me not interested anymore. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. We know your eating habits. Queen, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for you. Queen, I'm not doing this today with you, Queen. I'm not doing this with you, Five, and I'm glad D3 ain't in here. I don't know where D3 at. Where my guy D3 at, man? It's the only guy I know that can make fun of my eating habit, right, and can get away with it. That's my brother, though. I love him. I can't wait till he get up here next week. Next year. She said, okay, that's my last one. You getting ready for football? There's some football coming on today, Josh? I don't know. I can get into football, but sometimes I can't. I need to get into betting. That's what I need to do. I got to learn how to bet, y'all. I'm not a big guy who really bets on it. Like last night, I wanted to bet on the fight, but I just waited too late. But I got to get into betting. That's a good way to make some bread too. That betting. You may not make money all the time, and then the money you do make, sometimes it ain't even worth it. But the betting is definitely a good thing. I got to get into that. What time the game come on, Josh? Matter of fact, who playing? Because I know it'll probably be a lot of college and pro games on. I think the only time I really get into football, to be honest with you, is like when the Super Bowl comes, because I'm always interested in seeing who wins the chip. I don't even think the teams even matter. That's just with me. It don't matter. But no. Yo, Five, we not gonna do that. Five, that's what we not gonna do. I'm not done with Bill. Yo, Five, you make me sick. Yo, Josh, he just be doing, that I can't with Five, man. This is what I gotta deal with him, man. Him and Queen, man. They and when me and the missus get out the Texas, this is what we gotta deal with. That's why I'm gonna make sure I'm in tip-top shape so they can't make fun of me. They can't say nothing when I come to Texas. I'm gonna make sure. See, I was in the gym yesterday. That was the first time actually being in the gym working out. I'm gonna get myself together. How to be a Oh yeah, I have my glass. Hey Queen, I never said you didn't have your glasses on. I never said you didn't have your glasses on, Quee. Quee, please. Oh, Lord, Quee gonna hold that against me forever. I'm so sorry, sis. Lord, I said one thing to my sister that I shouldn't have said on IG. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. She gonna kill me. I'm sorry, Quee. I apologize. I apologize, Quee. I swear I apologize. Quee gonna hold that. I know she gonna bring it up when I come down there. Oh, Lord, I see it coming down. I'm hoping she forgets it. Forget it, Quee. I'm hoping you forget it. You know I got love for y'all. I'm just a skinny slash fat guy who just never mind. Forget that. Disregard that. Never mind. Yeah, I go lining myself up again. I'm not about to give y'all a reason. Let me just shut up. But yo, last night it was that was funny as hell. You was. Yeah, I know. I know, Queen. She said, Lord. Yeah, I know, Queen. That's why I'm like, yeah, let me get off it. Let me get off it. Let me get off it, man. Let me get off it. I gotta set up a live for tomorrow. I'm gonna set up a live for tomorrow morning. She gonna remember, fortunately. Nah, I don't need her to remember that though, Five. You gotta talk her out of it for like talk to Queen about forgetting it for me. Just for the moment. What she said? I told you you opened that door each time. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to keep it closed. I'm gonna try my best to keep it closed. Because unfortunately I do real bad in that department. I yeah, but listen, Gabe knows. I'm not gonna win in that department, so I'm gonna keep it quiet. What is it? I'm that's a, yeah, I know, but I need you to help me, Five. You the broski. I need you to help me. I need all your help, Five. Come on now, don't leave me like that now. Can't. I can't. You leave me out there alone. I can't do nothing with Queen. I'm gonna lose. Need your help, brother. My good Dallas brother. Need you to help me out. Yeah, I need some help. Nah, like I said, tomorrow morning, we're gonna come back to do we gotta talk about Katie Taylor. That's what Zeus wants to do. I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning. I have nothing. He said I have nothing. So yeah, we're gonna come back tomorrow morning, right? So no, none of the IGs. Don't look for me on IG. This is where I'll be. All right. So rather if I'm through StreamYard or if I'm just on YouTube, whatever. Um, this is where you'll see me at. This is where you'll see me at. So I'm gonna get up off here, y'all. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna set the live up. I'm gonna go back and watch this Katie Taylor fight. Since that's what Zeus wants to come back and talk about. So we'll come back and talk about it tomorrow morning. I gotta remember what time I have to be to work because my times are different. Might have to be to work about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock tomorrow. So if that's the case, then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about it. I got to go back and look at that fight because I didn't really get the. I really wasn't tuned into that fight for real. I'm still mad at Katie Taylor because I want her to run it back with Amanda Serrano, but you know, whatever. We'll see what happens. But look, I appreciate y'all coming, you know, spending this time. I know for the football fans, you know what I mean? Some of y'all are either watching the game or you're getting ready to watch it. So for y'all to take the time to come in and, you know, slide in and talk to me and kick it with me, I appreciate y'all and I love every single last one of y'all. For yeah, she should, but you know, it's politics and you know, Queen, that ain't happening. I mean, anything's possible for the new year. And nowadays, if the money's right, people will do it. If the money's right, people will do it. It is what it is. But I'm gonna get up off here, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow and for the rest of this week. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.